Lily. I'm at the back edge of the compound. I don't think anybody who works over there walks this far or lives over there. They don't walk. They don't have a concept of walk. Call this dog Sweetie because she's such a mean bitch, except with her puppy, where she is very sweet. And this is Buddha, because Buddha wants love, but has total dignity in the way he asks for it. She Los Trancones Mountains. I want to do a talk on class from my current experience of 2 weeks hanging out with middle-class folks at the Hampton Inn in downtown Victoria, and now something like 11 days on the compound out here with poor Mexicans scrabbling to make a living. Leo, the dad's auto shop, Leo is an awesome man, tremendous dignity and grace, who I called on twice last night to help me not have a fist fight with his son, the younger son, who sits and drinks and smokes and masturbates into his phone all day. Works maybe 10 minutes. Apparently the dad is not ready to throw him out. Supports him. So it's real different. And I have, instead of having my wonderful camper van parked way behind the hotel in a beautiful spot, very quiet and peaceful, I'm in one of the bays of the garage for 10 or 11 days now. That gets to you. And when it storms, when it rains, as it did yesterday, lots of my van does take in water. Just the nose of it is sticking under the canopy. And at the hotel, whether I was staying in my van behind it or for several nights staying in the hotel, I had coffee service all day. Beautiful continental breakfast, beautiful. And so many neat people who really got me to one extent or another, and really got my dog, adored my dog. Here's a place where the policy is we don't like dogs. We throw stones at them, we never give them love, and we barely give them any food. And coffee here has meant cold water with a spoonful of instant coffee, never any cream around. I'm missing the commercial nature of the U.S. and the abundance of convenience stores where you could always get coffee, and several of the places just gave it to me free when I didn't have money because they liked me and my dog. Oh, I want out of here. Much as I love these mountains, and I do adore hiking in these mountains, this morning my feet are too sore to go in my walking shoes, my good walking shoes, and it's wet out there, but maybe I'll find a way out into that field anyway, see if there's a place I can walk. Out of tobacco. Finally this morning found a little tin with 6 old butts that I could re-roll. I'm out of rolling papers, using notebook paper to roll it in. And the son who hates me has made it hard for me to even ask for a cigarette around there. He's made it clear that he thinks I'm mooching off of them, even though I've already paid $700 and will pay several more before I'm out of here for work that would have been impossible for me to afford with a licensed mechanic in the U.S. or Mexico. So it's been rough. It's been spectacular. I've been getting happier and higher every day under the influence of these magical mountains. And it's been a very hard scrabble existence around the compound. My favorite thing these days is juggling. It's the way It's the feedback life is giving me that I'm present in my body in a way I never have been before, that out of the blue, starting in December, was the first video I have of me juggling tennis balls or whatever is handy to hot Latin music. And never juggled before. And although I was a big baseball player as a kid, not in my adult life, which has been a long time, and all of a sudden I can do this and dance while I'm juggling. I don't look professional, but I'm pretty hot. And yesterday had a fabulous time. Now no tennis balls out here, but I'm juggling limes. Limes are in abundance back in the orchard there. So, a spiritually wonderful and in terms of human relationships, quite difficult time. Even my host, Josue, who we like and respect each other a lot, doesn't even have a concept of going for a walk, does not understand what I'm doing or why I would take these dogs for walks. You don't do nice things for dogs. You throw rocks at them. So I'm ready to go back out in those mountains. Off to the left there is the Los Troncones Parque Ecologico, which is a very underfunded now, but once upon a time, obviously well-funded park with shelters and very decrepit playground equipment in general. But cabins that look like they're in good repair, though I saw no signs in our 48 hours out there of them being used. But it costs like $1, like $1 to get in. And when we get out of here, I'm not going to have gas to be driving into Victoria much, if at all. I think I may choose not at all until I get my next check, and just stay out here in those mountains as much as possible. And I've negotiated with Josue that we will add on to my bill money for them to keep my dog in kibble, because my dog, by God, will not go to bed hungry, even though the whole compound is restless at night from dogs who are hungry. And maybe a meal a day for me, which would get me through, and spend my time in these mountains. We're near the northern end of the Sierra Madre Oriental range, which runs north and south through Mexico. And although I've always said the movie, which I can't afford to watch right now, Treasure of Sierra Madre, which I'm really, really, really wanting to watch, I've always said that's set in the Occidental, the western range, which is even taller, by the Pacific coast. But not so. At least some of the street scenes were filmed in Tampico, which is the good information I have on it is that it's a beautiful old city with a fabulous Miramar beach. The one woman around here I ran into who grew up there said she doesn't like that town at all. Well, she likes it out here. This fits for her. This is her way of life. And she's a pretty cool woman, actually. Now I'm going to go over and stand against this tree. I call this my magic tree. Set in the middle of this huge field. And I, who have quite a spectacularly different consciousness than the people around here, stand up against that tree and let the energy of the tree's roots come up through my roots and take me higher. 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 If I can I realized this morning that if it comes to blows between Lewis and I, he's 30. He actually is quite a bit stronger than me. I'm going to have to hit him with a sucker punch as he's coming out of his chair. And I don't want it to come to that today at all. No. So, how's that for the dialectic between the higher chakras and the survival chakras, huh? I got it all here. Thank you, God, for giving all of it to me.